What a day today. I'd like to welcome you back today. We'll be going through letter 161 through 170. It just finished pouring here, and this is what surrounding looks like. Yep. It's pretty beautiful. Yep. Yeah, it's like this interesting, very interesting hue outside right now. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, kind of. Well, in any case, I'd like to welcome you back today, and I hope you'll be encouraged. Today was an interesting day, and it was for more than most of the day today was a downer day. And now I had to drive from Albany back to Massachusetts, and here I am. And I hope this encourages you, and I know it sure encourages me every time I do this. So, yeah, we'll get right into it. August 8th, letter 161. Dear friend, a few months ago I decided to write 1,000 letters to random people in America for the purpose of encouraging and challenging them to new heights. As I write this letter, I'm sitting in a coffee shop in Massachusetts in the town of Springfield looking at the dome-shaped Basketball Hall of Fame. Many years before it was built, I met the lady who was in charge of restructuring the layout of the streets. Only after her job was done could they start on the actual project. In our lives, it's very similar. What we are experiencing today is only a result of what we laid out in our not-so-distant past. So, if you find yourself questioning how you ever got to where you are, look no further than yourself. The answer is never outside or in someone. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you have to work without a tripod. But you got to start somehow, right? So, look no further than yourself. The answer is never outside or in someone. If you think enough, you will always find it always begins with you. I wanted to encourage you to be bold and courageous. Take a deep look inside yourself. You are wonderfully created. Many look up to you, so be bold, loving, and courageous in your actions. And like a ripple across a glass lake will eventually hit every shore. That is the potential of your life. I believe in you. Now, all you must do is believe in yourself too. This week, find a few moments to sit down and craft together a letter to someone who has impacted your life. Encourage them and send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. August 8th, letter 162. Dear friend, today I write this letter in a coffee shop I haven't visited for over a year. Not because I didn't want to, but simply because I traveled and wasn't able to. Sitting here brings back many memories. Very good ones, I must say. As humans, we are given the privilege to choose memories we hold on to and ones we let go of. That is why wise people throughout the ages said, forgive. To forgive is a decision. To forget is a choice. And if willing, the forgetting part will happen on its own. Life is too short to hold grudges. We are humans, and by definition it means we will mess up no matter how awesome we are. I would like to challenge you to sit down this week and write a letter to someone you consider who has impacted your life. Encourage them and send it off to them. A few months ago I decided to act on a hunch or a gut feeling, to write 1,000 letters to people across America. We're all connected in some way, even if we never met. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. There's a lot of bugs out here today. You probably can hear the frogs going nuts. So yeah. And August 8th, letter 163. Dear friend, in the past few years, I always wondered how can we all be connected when everyone lives such independent lives. In June of this year, I decided to write 1,000 letters to people in America, encouraging them and challenging and challenging them to bigger things in life. Each letter I write is me pouring out my heart, because every person on earth is worth other people's time. Every person is unique, yet we're all part of a whole. We are like a body functioning. Most people fear going after their dreams, and this is why I write this letter to you. To tell you that I believe in you. You truly do have it in you. Grow the boldness and courage to believe in yourself. And in the coming ages, millions will continue learning from you and through your work. As I conclude this letter, I'd like to challenge you to sit down this week and also write one letter to a person who has impacted your life here on earth. Encourage them to continue and send it off to them. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. August 8th, letter 164. Dear friend, about a month ago I had an interesting idea, that we're all connected in some way. Furthermore, I decided to write 1,000 personal letters to people all across America. As I first embarked on this journey, I knew I would learn many interesting things about life and about myself. With every letter that I write, a deeper sense of connection I feel with the people all over. Usually we feel connected with people in our circle of family. This journey, however, with each letter, extends that feeling to more and more people. At this point, strangers seem like friends I haven't yet met. Writing one letter might seem small. Then again, a seed is a small creation, yet has exponential growth potential or possibility. Every letter I write, I do so with all my heart. And like that seed, you are wonderful. You are wonderfully created and loaded with an immense amount of possibility. Courage and boldness come who dare to believe in themselves. I sure do. That's why I wrote you this letter. As I end this letter, I'd like to challenge you to set aside a few moments this week and write a letter to one person who transformed your life. Tell them how they impacted you, encourage them, and send it off to them. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. Letter 165, August 8th. Dear friend, every year we make goals and resolutions on New Year's, usually. However, I always shied or kept away from New Year's resolutions. Instead, I make them throughout the year. So, New Year's is usually a day I think through how I am doing on my resolutions I made earlier the year before. It might be a simple and a subtle difference, yet one with a very good track record. In life, I believe it is the small, simple things which make for an incredible impact. For example, this here is just one letter. A letter I wrote to you in hopes of encouraging you and challenging you. And I took this idea a step higher and decided to write 1,000 of them. I truly believe each person is like an acorn seed. In them lays the power of a whole oak forest. In you lays the power to impact the world over thousands of years to come. The only thing and the only person who will stand between you and such long-lasting impact is you. Be bold and courageous. Look inside yourself. Change happens inside, then outside. Become the change you want to see. And then hundreds of millions will look up to you for encouragement. If you have a hard time believing in yourself, take this letter out, read it, and understand that I believe in you. As I prepare for bed, I would like to challenge you to write a letter this week to a person who has greatly impacted your life. Encourage them and send it off to them. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. Yep. So, and then letter 166, August 10th. Dear friend, last night I was able to travel to Albany, New York, a very beautiful city, silent and peaceful at night and glows in the sunlight. I sat down on the steps overlooking the plaza and a thought carried me off. Before I knew it, 3 hours passed. In June of this month, I decided to write 1,000 letters in the following year to encourage and challenge the receivers of my letters. Days can quickly turn into years and they into decades. Take some time, explore the city in which you live. In this way, you will expand your mind, meet new people, explore your town, be bold and courageous. In doing little things well, you will become the change this world is desperately seeking. As I end your letter, I'd like to challenge you to set aside some time this week and write a letter to someone who has impacted your life. Then, send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. Letter 167, August 10th. Dear friend, apparently this one got wet. It's all funny looking. Yeah. Dear friend, every day we have a choice to make. To serve those around you or sit still and miss those opportunities and forever miss a return on your investment of kindness. In life, what you put in is what you will get out with an extra percent. So I would like to encourage you to find ways in which you can show acts of kindness. Be bold and courageous in a life of giving. This letter comes in a group of 1,000 letters to which I committed to write. Committed to write this year. Just like the principle above, I decided to write at least 3 letters a day because your life is worth it. In writing this letter, I know deep inside it will impact your life as well as many others around America and the world. Your dreams, skills, and talents have been given to you to leave your mark on history. Pursuing dreams is like writing this letter. I sat down with the intent of finishing this letter yesterday. However, 5 minutes into it, I had to drive somebody to another state. So today, when I took this unfinished letter out, I had water on it. Even with some delays, this letter comes to its close end. Challenges in life are to help us, not deter us. This week, sit down and write a letter to one person who has impacted your life. Tell them what they have helped you with. Encourage them and send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. Letter 168, August 11th. Dear friend, dreams are given to us for a reason. The dreams you have are yours because only you can accomplish them. No one else can reach them other than you. Always look ahead and strive for them. Most people give in and give up. I write this letter to encourage you to make your dreams clear, focus on them, and when time is right, hit the ground running. I believe in you so much that writing this letter was more important than chilling with friends. So be bold and courageous in your pursuits. Very often, boldness and courage is exemplified in simple things. For me, it's to write this letter like these to random people across America. For you, courage and boldness will mean other things. As I end this letter, I'd like to challenge you to write a letter to someone who has impacted your life. Encourage them and send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. August 11th, letter 169. Dear friend, in June of this year, I decided to write letters to people across America. Currently, I want to write 1,000. And like a seed, each letter will grow and leave an impact I never dreamed in my wildest imagination. I would like to encourage you to pursue your dreams. And if you lack one, set aside a few minutes a day to make one. Listen to your intuition. And when you have a dream you want to pursue, give it all you have and run after it until you attain it. Some dreams are smaller than others. Some are so grand years will be needed to accomplish them. One of my dreams is to encourage and empower people to pursue their dreams. In pursuing your dreams, you will encourage countless others to do the same. And then, instead of being slaves to others, we will be accomplishing personal goals and dreams. Be bold, be courageous, and dare to dream. I want to challenge you to sit and write a letter this week to someone who has impacted your life. Encourage them, empower them with your story, and send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. And for the final letter of today, August 11th, letter 170. Dear friend, here's a question for you to ponder. If you can't love yourself, how can you love others? Loving others means relating well to others. The wise men said long ago, know thyself. To leave great impact means doing little things well. In the next year, I decided to write 1,000 of these letters to people I never met. I'm doing this because I believe in the power of each individual. Be bold, courageous, and the type of person others will look up to for years to come. I believe in you. That's why I've written this letter. Go for it, and always look forward and enjoy the present. As you learn to live a new amazing way, in a new amazing way, I'd like to challenge you to write a letter this week to one person who has impacted your life. Find their address and send it off. Live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Your random friend, Alexei Katko. And that wraps up today's letters, 161 to 170. I hope it was encouraging to you. It definitely was for me. It's interesting how words from years ago can come right back and do to you what you wanted to do unto others. Encouraging. If you know who needs some encouragement, please share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.